All right. Good morning and happy Friday. A couple of things. I am going to take questions on the 611, the ready, and any questions on the set, questions 7 through 12 from yesterday. You only had to pick one of the set 7 through 12. Today you're going to pick one more, so you'll do a total of 2 in that section. I'm not going to cover those because they're review. You should know how to do those. It's solving the right triangle. And one of the reasons why I'm not going to do one of those is because in 13 to 18, we're going to pick any 3 that we need to do. And I'm going to help you with one of those, which is 14. So if you follow along with 14 here, that'll give you an example of how to do all of these problems. All right. So a total of 4 more questions today is what you'll have. And then I'll give you a little bit of a break on Monday. I'll just tell everybody on the video I will not be here on Monday. We have a golf tournament, so I'll be out. Monday is going to be movie day. I won't get into the movie other than to tell you it does start off pretty slow, but pay attention to the movie. It's actually pretty good. So if you've seen it before, then just don't tell everybody what's going on, but show up on Monday and see that. There will be an assignment on Monday, though. All right, so I'll let you know about that. That'll be posted, and it'll be something that we're gonna do. Remember, I told you I wasn't gonna post any assignments this week, so we'll get back into posting assignments next week. Some of you are worried about your grade, and you're like, "Well, gee, we didn't do anything this week." So hey, we're posting stuff next week. All right, so let's get into it. It says, use the given geometric ratio to sketch a right triangle and solve it. So the first thing I did was sketch it, and then I'm going to go ahead and label it. I'm not going to worry about the ratio first of all. So I went and sketched my triangle. That's the first thing you do. If you need to stop and pause and sketch it, then go ahead. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my ratio, and I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, now I'm going to label my sides, because I need to label my sides and my angles. Well, B is where I start, because it tells me the cosine of B. And the cosine of B is 3 over 5. Well, cosine is leg adjacent over hypotenuse. So if you have to go back and label your legs, do so, leg, and hypotenuse. So I know that this is going to be the leg adjacent, so ADJ, and this is going to be the hypotenuse. If that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. So leg adjacent is 3, hypotenuse is 5. And how am I going to find AC? AC is what I have to find. Well, what is AC equivalent? Because I got to find 3 things. I got to find AC, I've got to find angle A, and I've got to find angle B. Those are the 3 things I have to find. Well, I know 2 of the 3 sides of a right triangle, so I can find the 4th. So AC squared, or C squared, however you want to say it, is going to, AC squared plus 3 squared is equal to 5 squared. All right, if we go ahead and do the math, I'm gonna call this B. So B squared plus 9 equals, rather than AC squared, it's the same thing. 25, subtract 9, B squared is equal to 16, B is equal to 4. Now, if you remember our Pythagorean triples, 3, 4, 5. Now this triangle doesn't look like it. Again, the triangle is a reference, okay? The triangle is a reference. Yes, these legs should be switched. But again, it's just a reference triangle, so don't freak out about that. All right? Don't freak out about that. So there's my work for that. So AC is equal to 4. Now I need to find angle A and angle B. How am I going to find angle A? Well, that's pretty simple. I'm going to use this thing right here, or angle B, rather. I'm going to use this trig function right here. B is what I'm looking for. How do I find B? I multiply by cosine inverse. I've got to get rid of the cosine attached to the variable. So when I do so, I have to multiply this other side, and I've got to go ahead and get rid of those. I got to multiply by its inverse. So clean this up. What do you have? I'm just going to move this down here. B is equal to the cosine inverse of 3 over 5. Now is where you use your calculator. If you don't have your calculator and you get to this point, I'm going to dock you a point or 2. But at least I know you're in the right direction. All right? So the cosine inverse, B, is going to be equivalent to, I get 55 degrees. So I come over here and B is 55. Now how do I find A? Angle A is equivalent to 90 minus 55, which 90 minus 55, excuse me, that's 53. I can't read my own writing. 53. I don't have my glasses on, that's going to be my excuse. 53, so 90 minus 53 is 37. So angle A is 37. There, I solved all of the bits and pieces of the triangle. Right, so you have 2 more of those to do, and you have 1 more in the set to do. And that's it for Friday. All right? Ask me questions if you need to, please.